So what you guys do? I'm gonna interview you first.
Oh, you want to interview me? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm
So
Steve Capers, Frank Colosso. We work with Damon.
Okay.
We help do all kinds of stuff with him. We do the Funny First Weekends. So every first Friday and Saturday of the month, we do a show at Riddle's Comedy Club. We do all of Damon's photos, video.
Dope.
We behind the scenes, so
that's dope.
We're nobody.
We got a team.
Yeah,
I like that.
Team.
I like
Right,
that.
and then we help Reggie out.
The D team.
I mean, Damon is LeBron, but I'm like
Hilarious.
He's like
Have
Kevin
no
Love, the hurt Kevin Love.
have no idea who neither one of them are. So
Oh, you don't watch
makes sense.
basketball, right?
No, I do. I just like only Steph Curry.
Right, only Steph.
Well, I'm Steph. Okay.
Oh, damn. Clay.
Damn, you Steph.
No, I wish.
I was about to say that's better than LeBron right now.
Sure
You better.
Oh man, you doing it up.
What Cole?
He didn't he beat him last year? And it was LeBron,
And
right?
they just beat him last week.
So we're gonna. So that's our little story. We're just doing this for fun. We're gonna kind of help promote, everything we do. So
I just want you to know the same energy you giving me, I'm gonna give it to you.
You wanna give it back to me?
I just do shit.
Okay.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
No, that's good. So, tell us a little about you, how your career started. We know your famous family and everything. You guys are like with the first family of black comedy.
Hilarious. That's a compliment.
Yeah. So just
it depends on what black though. We not rich. Nah, it depends. But yeah, my name is Chaunte Wayams. I'm a niece. You don't know my mom, so don't ask. But my grandma had 10 kids. From New York. I actually hated growing up being a Wayans, so I never really wanted to be in the industry. But then when my mom made me move to Cali, I had to get it together. So I started off behind the scenes, and I wound up actually falling in love with comedy. I went and did an open mic that turned into them asking me to come to later on for the real show, and it's just been on from there.
So is it a lot of pressure being a Wayans?
Oh, it's so much pressure. It's pressure. This is the gift and the curse, because the gift is the doors are open. But if I don't go in there and do my thing, I started off early. Like I remember people put me on billboards when I had only 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like I was bigger than the actual headliner. So it's hard because if people want to use the name. I'm gonna have that nigga all in my video later. No, it's all right. You good. What was I saying? What you asked me?
So
it's the gift and the curse. The name, obviously has people looking at me, and it opens up a lot of doors. But it's the expectation of trying to live up to that name. They want you to be funny immediately, like as soon as you come out. If you're not a Wayans.
So, you got Kenan, you got Damon, you got Sean, Marlon, and you got Kim.
Devon,
the list continues. So, talk a little bit about Kim. Is she kind of a role model for you?
Kim is amazing. Kim is spiritual. She's funny as hell. She reminds me of Marlon, the female version of Marlon. But she's definitely a mentor. I remember auditioning for Wild 'N Out, and I was going over these characters. So I was doing this rap. And for me, like I'm a lesbian, I'm a lesbian, I'm in this name and all this stuff. So I was afraid to try to practice my audition with her. And I had this character where I was this girl who thought she was a dude. And so I remember doing a rap, and she like sat there like this. She was like, I don't think you enjoy eating vagina enough. I need to feel it. And at that moment I was like, yeah, that's my girl right there.
Okay. And so right now you were Wild 'N Out. What's happening in your career right now?
Right now I'm actually venturing off to create. I believe Kenan is probably the protege of who I want to be, because he was able, like, for all the doors that said no, he was able to create and build that path. So he got a lot of people wishing they said yes to him, and that's where I want to go. I love creating. I love making that lane and trying to be original and bringing back that talent. We got a lot of social media taking over. I'm not gonna let you talk. You keep trying to ask me something else. I'm not finished with what I gotta say. I'm done.
Oh, okay, so one more question. So you mentioned Kenan. What's his legacy to the game? Because we know him really as a writer, a screen director, actor, comedian. But what is his true legacy, in this entertainment industry?
His true legacy, I think, paving the way for African Americans. I think it's kind of like what Obama did. Like,
Juanita.
damn, Juanita.
Dang, Chantel.
Shit. I'm not gonna finish this interview ever, am I?
So I asked the question again. So we know Kenan for I'm gonna get
Your
you
whisper's
sucker.
loud too, Juanita.
But we know him from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, his TV series in Living Color. You know, can he? Because anyone top what he has already produced?
It's not about topping. It's just about, in that generation, he paved the way for a lot of African Americans. And, you know, it's kind of like what they did with Obama. You know, Obama opened that door to where everybody could feel like they could be president. You got handicapped people out there campaigning and all these people that you wouldn't expect, but it was because that Obama, and I think that's what Kenan did. You know what I mean? He did the Hollywood Shuffle. He wrote Raw and directed Raw with Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm saying? So they paved that way to be different.
All right, well, cool. So because comedy is such a male-dominated, I don't know if I say sport, but kind of industry, who would you idolize as a female comic that you would look up to and maybe even, you know, have some influence on you? What female comic would you say is your favorite?
Richard Pryor.
Female comic?
No. You know, I love Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg is probably amazing because I like telling stories, and you know, I'm working on characters and stuff like that now. But Whoopi Goldberg, what was dope about her is that she was able to be her and still be different people, but be who she wanted to be at all times. She didn't have to cut the dread. She didn't have to do any of that to be Whoopi Goldberg, and that's who I would probably say is my up there with, like I said, Richard Pryor and all of them.